Hi everyone. This is our first video featuring 94.95 Collector's Choice. 94.95 is when Collector's Choice cards first appeared on the market. This was the very first time. The set was pretty large. There were 420 cards. You had two series of 210 cards each. Now, these cards were inexpensive and affordable. So for people like me, people who were young collectors, they were affordable and there was just enough variety and excitement to make the chase worth it. You know, some of us, we had to round up our allowance at the time to get some cards. And this was right in that range. But you still had two parallel sets that you could find. There were silver signature cards, at least one in every pack there. Then there were gold signature cards. I never found any of those, unfortunately, but there was at least one in every box. Then you had You Crashed the Game insert cards. You followed players throughout the season, looking at either assists, rebounds, or points, depending on the set. So you were hoping that that player would surpass 750 assists or 1,000 rebounds, 2,000 points. You could win another card set if that happened. But even within the set itself, there were a bunch of fun subsets where you could find more cards of your favorite players. You had tip-offs, all-star advice, where the players talked a little bit about the fundamentals of the game. You had a set called Profiles, and that actually had a card with Michael Jordan playing golf right on the front. It has a set called Blueprints, Dr. Basketball's World of Trivia, Draft Class. Then there were these checklists with some drawn images of the players. So this combination of affordability and variety inside the set, it made it very popular with young collectors. I have fond memories of all of those subsets. Maybe some of you out there do too, if this hit right around that particular age and income level, you know. When this set kicked off, there was this huge instant win promotion. Some of these instant win cards, you can still find them to this day floating around. They advertised 500,000 prizes. There was a chance to meet Michael Jordan, a $10,000 shopping spree from Upper Deck Authenticated. You could win a couple tickets to an NBA game. Most of us, if we won anything, we won an NBA draft card set. That was the most popular of those 500,000 prizes. So a lot of fun here for young collectors. Didn't have to pay too much. For the first card that we're looking at in this set, I just pulled one out randomly. Okay, that's all I did. I selected this Jeff Malone card. This is card number 60. Let's briefly turn it over on the back here. This number 60, it brings up a point about the numbering in this set. I don't really like it, unfortunately. What they did with this set is they attempted to match card number with jersey number. Okay, so for example, Penny Hardaway was number 1, Chris Webber, number 4, Dennis Rodman, number 10, even Dikembe Mutombo, number 55. Card number, jersey number matched. But you can't sustain a theme like that. You can't do it. So, for example, here with this Jeff Malone, you see they had to abandon that theme. They couldn't sustain it. So he's number 60, doesn't really match the jersey number. That makes the cards eventually kind of just scattered everywhere. They're not grouped into team. It was a neat idea. They just couldn't pull it off. So very simple cards here. Very straightforward with the design. Back to the front, we have a photo in a border. How do you know this is 94.95 Collector's Choice? Right here. This icon for the player's position. He's a guard. They immediately got rid of this image of the little player down here. So for the first season of Collector's Choice, quick way when you're browsing the fronts, that icon identifies it as 94.95. Now, with the low cost, though, you have to watch for condition with these cards. This Jeff Malone, this is pack fresh, But even so, let me see if I can zoom in. The edges, there you can start to see it. See that cut on the edges? That's a little rough. This one's not as bad, tough to see. But yeah, you saw it pretty good there. I bet you on the back we can see it better. Yeah, look over here. And like I said, pack fresh here with this one. So, look, they were inexpensive, but that does mean for a PSA 10, you're going to be looking pretty hard. This particular card, just to talk about Jeff Malone in general, it kind of reminds me, there's not always a happy ending, I guess is the only way I can say that. So, you look at this stat box here, and it's very strong, reasonably strong. You know, nothing historic, but this is solid. This is solid. It was the end, though, the beginning of the end. If this would have went on for just one more season, when the 76ers grabbed him, well, see, he was with the Jazz. He was with the Jazz. They traded him to the 76ers for Jeff Hornacek. That's what happened there. Right when he went to the 76ers, you would see that the games played drop dramatically. The next season was only 19 games, then 25 games, and then 7 games. So that's what's neat about this card. The stat box here that we capture, this is it for the consistency, the solidity of Jeff Malone as a player. It's the end. Things were going to wind down after this trade to the 76ers. But mainly I wanted to show you this card as just an introduction on this channel to 94.95 Collector's Choice. This is our first video, just a standard common card. But, you know, a reminder, be grateful for all your cards, even the commons. Yeah, there's enjoyment and history in all of them. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.